Tonight, new testing capabilities. Duluth will soon be home to a one-of-a-kind site to test people for COVID. And delay to the results, why it could take nearly a week to see who wins the state of Wisconsin this election season. And back in the classroom, Duluth Elementary School students return, what the district is doing to keep them safe.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Mack. Kristen is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. Several days after St. Louis County recorded its largest one-day COVID-19 case increase, we're learning it will also be home to a first-of-its-kind testing advancement. Minnesota's Department of Health announced today Duluth will host the state's first saliva-based COVID-19 testing site. CBS 3's John Cardinelli spoke with St. Louis County officials today to learn when the testing will be available.
Starting Wednesday, anyone can come here to the deck and take a free saliva-based test. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's actually pretty simple. You just show up here, spit into a funnel, and it's as easy as that. Officials say this will allow testing to expand and diversify in not only the county, but across the entire state. While experts say testing alone won't eliminate the virus, higher testing volumes are a central part of the strategy to manage it. County health leaders say these tests are a great way to do that, as the new lab the saliva-based test will be sent to can process as many as 30,000 samples a day at a 99% accuracy rate. They also plan to get results back to patients a day or two after submitting their sample. Officials also say the testing is more accessible to all different kinds of people and is made to make some feel more comfortable.
People who may not prefer to go to a medical clinic or may be intimidated by a nasal swab. Less PPE is needed, personal protective equipment. It's a non-clinical test. So there's a lot of opportunity here for access.
State health experts say they chose Duluth for this pilot program because of its population and because it's home to about 20,000 college students. They hope it will help get testing to everyone who needs it. And again, the testing site will open here on Wednesday, and after that it will be operating Wednesday through Sunday. For exact hours and other additional information, you could head on over to our website, cbs3duluth.com.
Thanks, John. New at 6, Renshaw schools are moving to entirely distance learning after district leaders say a high number of students and staff are out with COVID symptoms. School is canceled tomorrow and Wednesday. On Thursday, they'll resume classes, but online only. The superintendent said in a letter to parents they hope to have students back to class in person on November 9th, which is the first day of the second quarter. She says safety for staff and students is a top priority. The outcome of the presidential race in Wisconsin might not be known until days after polls close. A federal judge has extended the deadline to count Wisconsin absentee ballots. Unless the ruling is overturned, ballots can now be counted up to 6 days after the November 3rd presidential election, as long as they're postmarked by Election Day. The current deadline is 8 p.m. on Election Day. Now, Democrats sued to extend the deadline in the battleground state. We'll get our first look at the weather with Dave now. Dave, what a way to say sayonara to summer today, huh?
Yeah, exactly, with temperatures much warmer than normal, upwards of the mid-70s for many towns and upper 70s possible tomorrow. But despite this being technically the last day of summer, autumn has been creeping in for the past couple of weeks, and this picture coming in from Lutzen sure proves that point. Up in that neck of the woods, it sure looks like the leaves are a-peaking. This picture comes courtesy of Dave Sauer, a fellow scouter I worked with many years back when I was able to work nights as a Cub Scout leader. Of course, now that I work nights here, that's gone out the window. But coming in the window through tomorrow is a warm spell, so if today was warm, tomorrow will be as well. Our next rain chance might be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. A little bit of shower activity possible from those two small troughs of lower pressure. But taking a look at the day planner for Tuesday, you know, folks in Wisconsin this afternoon did get some rain. They should get a partly cloudy sky tomorrow along with the rest of us. And there's tomorrow's top temp, 77. Tomorrow's the first official day of fall. Temperatures like that can't last forever this time of year, or can they? I'll show you the 7-day forecast to see which way the wind blows and the temperatures roll in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. New at 6, Duluth police are addressing a growing number of confirmed reports of shots fired in the city. An incident last night brought the number of shootings this year to 28. Police say a man and woman were fighting in a car on I-35 near 27th Avenue West. They say the man fired shots out the window around 8 p.m. The woman pulled over and got out, and the man then drove off and crashed the car near the 4700 block of Miller Trunk Highway. Nobody was hurt. Police arrested the man on a number of charges, including DWI and second-degree assault. In a statement, DPD says they understand the community's concern. They say the shootings are not random and the people involved know each other. One man in Wisconsin is looking to become a police officer, but state rules are preventing it. Jose Del Rio is a DACA recipient, and that's blocking his path, even though the department wants to hire him. Eric Richards spoke with Jose and others who are looking to change the law.
On Wednesday, state representatives and local law enforcement joined together to announce new legislation, Bill 2019, that would allow the appointment of DACA recipients to local law enforcement agencies.
This type of opportunity provides a great possibility for not only Green Bay but other law enforcement agencies to reflect and be responsive to the diversity within their community.
The current law in Wisconsin says that DACA recipients cannot serve as a police officer or deputy sheriff. They can, however, serve as state patrol officers.
This is an opportunity to fix something that's not right here in Wisconsin, make it right, and let us move forward as a state and make us better.
What essentially started out as a conversation could actually lead to something bigger and possibly better.
It's amazing. I mean, words can't really describe it, what we all have come, the amount of work, the amount of time that we put into this, it's just unbelievable.
Will getting Bill 2019 passed be an uphill battle?
I hope not. I don't think so. This, again, to your question, it's not an insignificant change. It might be a relatively simple one legislatively.
Bill 2019 could be looped into an entire package for presentation. It remains unclear when it will be voted on.
Del Rio hopes that the bill will lead to other opportunities for dreamers outside of law enforcement. Duluth leaders and some DFLers met today to stress the importance of voting early. Mayor Emily Larson, City Council member Janet Kennedy, State Representative Liz Olson, and many others met on the steps of Duluth City Hall, urging people to get out and vote this election season. Local officials encourage people to take advantage of the right to vote, calling it a civic duty. They also stressed early or by mail voting is the safest way to cast your ballot amid the pandemic.
For all the people who look like me and beyond, and the people that live in my district, my neighbors and my family, it matters, so let's vote.
The more people we have choosing who they want to represent them, to serve them, to be responsible for the really important day-to-day decisions that make a difference in people's lives, the better off we are.
Following the conference, Representative Olson and a first-time voter cast their ballots early. Minnesotans began early voting last Friday, and we have information on how to do that on our website, CBS3Duluth.com, and that general election will be held on November 3rd. Duluth elementary students spent the first 9 days of the school year adjusting to the online portion of their hybrid learning model. Today, they got a taste of how different their in-person education would look. Homecroft was one of those schools welcoming students back to the classroom for the first time this morning. Pre-K through 5th grade students are divided into two groups. Group A attends in-person classes Monday and Tuesday. Group B goes to the classroom Thursday and Friday. School officials say Wednesdays are used as a professional development, deep cleaning, and distance learning day. The past 2 weeks, Homecroft Principal Tom Calcutt says the school had content-building teams work with the curriculum department to make sure parents and students thrive with e-learning.
The past 2 weeks, from the 8th until the 18th of September, we've done our very best to work with parents and students to get them ready, not only for the digital platforms, but what it's going to look like when we come back today.
Right now, all of Duluth's elementary students are learning in person, with the rest using a hybrid model. Wisconsin's DNR is asking the state governor to renew a program that helps preserve natural habitats. The land stewardship program is supposed to end in 2 years, but the DNR wants to extend it through 2023 and also increase their borrowing authority by nearly $20 million. The agency says it's bracing for the pandemic's economic fallout. One person died when authorities say an erratic driver collided with a pickup truck in Bayfield County. It happened around noon today in the town of Barksdale, which is near Washburn, Wisconsin. The Bayfield County Sheriff says the erratic driver veered into oncoming traffic and hit the pickup head-on. Both vehicles caught fire. Washburn police and a bystander pulled people from the vehicles. The erratic driver died at the scene. One person in the pickup was taken to the hospital while the other was not hurt. The victims have not yet been identified, and the cause of the crash remains under investigation. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, do you have apples in your backyard that you're not going to use? Well, we'll tell you how one local brewery can put them to good use coming up.
Temperature-wise, today's top temp at the airport in Duluth hit 74 degrees, 11 degrees warmer than normal. We could push it to 77 tomorrow, but that can't last too much longer, can it? With autumn right on our doorstep? Well, maybe it will and maybe it won't. There could be a rebound, a drop and a rebound coming up on the 7-day, which we'll show you in a few more minutes.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3.
Numi Jewelers is a full-service jewelry store specializing in one-of-a-kind pieces and repairs. From a chain repair to a full custom piece, we'll get your jewelry looking new again. Stop in for a free repair estimate. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet, your simple and affordable choice for bathtubs, showers, surrounds, and safety tubs. Right now, we are offering 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022, or get your dream bathroom for as little as $69 a month. This offer ends September 30th, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message because building a strong economy requires creating more opportunities for more people by working together. That's why I passed a law with Republicans and Democrats to expand vocational and technical training in schools across Minnesota. And I'm working to create internships and apprenticeships in manufacturing, healthcare, and clean energy. Because not everyone goes to college, but everyone needs a good job to give them and their families good lives.
I'm Nick Bolton, and these days...
Hey there.
Hey there. It seems everybody has a pair of tactical sunglasses.
Good morning.
Morning. But what if you already wear glasses? Then you need these flip-up tack glasses. These new glasses fit right over your existing eyewear to give you all the benefits of our tack glasses while you comfortably wear your regular glasses. Plus, like all tack glasses, flip-up tack glasses feature Bell & Howell light filtering technology that makes invisible objects suddenly become visible. There's just nothing like them on the market today. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
Act now to get your flip-up tack glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship them to you free. But wait, order today and you can get a second pair. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-699-7431 or go to flipupglasses.com. That's 1-800-699-7431 or order online at flipupglasses.com.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS 3.
How do you make sense of an election as unprecedented as this? We have 2 words: true journalism.
This is our time.
At CBS News, we believe true journalism is honest and fair and always shines a light on the truth. True journalism listens to all voices and leaves the decisions to you.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Last day of summer, and summer-style temperatures are indeed with us. Let's take a look at the high temps that came in around the region today. 77 International Falls, 75 for Hibbing, 73 Moose Lake, still warmer than normal, 76 in Superior, 72 for Hayward. One of the cooler spots is Watersmeet at only 69, but that in turn is still a few degrees warmer than normal. It's right by the lake in Grand Marais, where at 61, it was a couple of degrees cooler than normal. Well, tomorrow could be even warmer than today. The day after that, we might step back, but then don't let that fool you, because right away the following day, it can warm back into the mid-70s again, and we'll show you which days those are going to be with the 7-day forecast in just a bit. But right now, we look at the current conditions at the airport. It's 71. 57% for the relative humidity, with a southwesterly wind now going 17 sustained miles per hour. That's helping to pump the heat in from down south. 30.01 inches of mercury is where the air pressure is, and that's holding steady on the high side, with higher pressure dominating most of our region, but not everybody, and we'll show you who's the exception in a little bit. Right now we have the current condition temperatures for the rest of the region: 61 to 67 in the Upper Peninsula, about 69 to 73 in northwestern Wisconsin, and Minnesota numbers away from the North Shore are generally in the lower 70s, but it is cooler by the lake in Grand Marais still, 59 degrees, and 63 up the Gunflint just a little bit. We take a look at the Doppler map right now, and that high pressure has been holding on to Minnesota today and a portion of Wisconsin, but not everybody in Wisconsin and the UP, because I'll step off so you can see that line of showers and storms rumbling through there right now, going in between Bessemer and Watersmeet. That should be over in another hour or two, and then things will dry up as the high pressure cell reasserts itself. Well, a place where things aren't going to be too dry and haven't been very dry in the past week or so, the Gulf Coast. Now, Tropical Storm Beta is affecting Texas and Louisiana in a wetter sort of way, and they're expecting some flooding in the next couple of days. So, as always, we hope things go well for them. Up in our neck of the woods, the warm high pressure has us for Tuesday, but then it fades away Tuesday night into Wednesday, as a couple of troughs of lower pressure could bring a shower chance. Maybe it's a 40% shower chance. And the way we're starving for precipitation, hopefully it pays off around the area. Let's take a look at what's going to pay off for temperatures here tonight in Minnesota. Should be upper 40s inland to mid 50s by the lake, with a mostly clear sky. For tomorrow in Wisconsin, or actually tonight in Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps will be in the lower to middle 50s with that mostly clear sky, and the south wind could go 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow in Wisconsin and the UP, high temps run 75 to 80. Hayward and Cable, of course, have the best chance for the 80, but 76 towards Wakefield, that's not so bad at all. Into Minnesota, the high temps could run again 75 to 80 inland, lower 70s by the lake. And I've been saying, will this last since autumn starts officially tomorrow? Well, it will for Tuesday and for Wednesday. Thursday's the day we step back a little bit, back into the 60s for a day, because by Friday it's back into the 70s, which in turn gives back towards realistic temperatures Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Tony, as you can see on the 7-day, we have 3 rain chances this week. Okay. Drought-like conditions are bubbling up just about everywhere. If it pays off, we can use it.
You certainly don't want it to become too dry, especially as the leaves continue to turn and then fall off the trees, and that could get messy.
Yeah, it does provide a little bit of litter for tinder.
There you go.
Come springtime.
Thanks, Dave. Grand Rapids police are searching for a suspect after 14 handguns were stolen from a store on Saturday night. Police said the theft happened just before midnight Saturday at Glenn's Army-Navy store. Police say a man used a rock to break the front door and smash glass countertops where the guns were on display. Police did not offer a description of the suspect. We also asked if they think there's a threat to public safety. We're still waiting to hear back. Anyone with information should call Grand Rapids Police. That number is on your screen there. It's also on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Wild State Cider is brewing up this year's Duluth People's Cider, and they want your help. If you have apples in your backyard, you're encouraged to bring them to the Wild State Cider loading dock on Friday during normal business hours. You will get a free bottle of the community cider once it's finished in exchange for your donation. This is the company's second year making the cider. All proceeds help send kids in need to YMCA's Camp Miller. Coming up in sports, a huge change in heart from the Minnesota State High School League on the return to fall sports. Kelly has the details on that coming up right after the break.
Low inventory on select Crestliner 19 and 20 lines available.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
At Lift Pro International, we have custom designed and fabricated lifting, weighing, and rigging solutions for more than 40 years. With a worldwide presence and reputation, we need world-class insurance to match. This is why we trust Cindy of Vernon Insurance to make sure we're fully covered no matter where in the world we're doing business.
Protect your home, vehicle, or business, and your peace of mind. Call Cindy at Vernon Insurance today.
When COVID struck, President Trump took action, cut off travel from China, the source of the virus. Joe Biden criticized, politicized, attacked President Trump's leadership. And what does Biden now propose while the pandemic still smolders around the globe? Increasing refugees by 700% from the most unstable, vulnerable, dangerous parts of the world. America can't afford weak Joe Biden. Times like these call for real leadership.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Here is a peek at the West Duluth Super One Liquor location, a new and improved store right in your neighborhood. Super One Liquor has you covered for all of your party and gathering needs. We have a commitment to deliver outstanding service, variety, and top quality wine and spirits. And don't forget the best variety of ice-cold beer and beverages. Super One Liquor, come for the service, leave with the savings.
Let's face it, it's been a tough year. But here in Minnesota, we're pretty tough too. We help each other, we work together, and we solve problems. That's what I try to do every day as your congressman. Like helping to save pensions for our union workers, standing with snowplow drivers during their strike, and fighting to lower health care costs for seniors and our most vulnerable. I'm Pete Stauber, and I approve this message because together we're fighting for our way of life.
Welcome back to gaming excitement in downtown Duluth. Fond Duluth Casino is currently open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. daily with a large selection of slot games available to brighten your day. The entire gaming floor is currently non-smoking with social distancing and COVID-19 protocols in place. We want you to have fun, but also stay safe when you visit. Log on to FondDuluthCasino.com for the most up-to-date information during these ever-changing times. We're looking forward to seeing you smile under that face cover while you
have a great time out at Fond Duluth.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick.
Parallel parking.
That hot yoga was so hot. Check this out. Cooling seats?
Alexa, ask Buick to start my SUV.
You can do that?
You can do that?
You can't do that.
You can with the Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Get great offers across the full Buick lineup, like nearly 4,300 purchase allowance on most 2020 Buick Encore models. Visit your Lake Country Buick dealer.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
In an interesting plot twist, high school football and volleyball are back in Minnesota. That decision was made today by the Minnesota State High School League after originally pushing both seasons to next spring. Now, CBS3's Ryan Campo is live at Public School Stadium. Ryan, when exactly will these teams be suiting up for their sports again?
Kelly, as you can see behind me, soccer is going on right now, but soon football will make its beloved return to Public School Stadium right here in Duluth for football, and volleyball will return to gyms all across the state. It'll be a shortened season for both football and volleyball, but nonetheless, it will still be a season. The volleyball season gets underway next week with 10 days of practices before an 11-week season. As for football, they will also get started next week with week 1 set for October 9th and 10th. The regular season will be 6 weeks, with postseason just being 2. Originally, these seasons were moved to the spring to hopefully avoid the spread of COVID-19. While the threat of COVID-19 hasn't gone away, today's reversal decision stems from a special meeting last week where they discussed revisiting moving the seasons. That meeting resulted in a survey being sent out to the schools in the league, and according to league officials, nearly 400 schools responded, most of which said they wanted football and volleyball played in the fall, not the spring. Some schools cited football in March being tough, with snow on the ground, and many schools not having a dome. We caught up with Grand Rapids football team, both players and coaches. They're thrilled to be back in action.
We're excited. We're raring to go. Part of it is, all right, now we got a little more work to do, but we've never really shied away from that. So I think anything other than pure excitement probably doesn't do it justice.
It's been a long break from sports and even a longer break from football. So, it's going to be great to get back out there with these guys. We're going to have a really strong team, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
As for postseason's play, there was no announcement made for volleyball, but football will have a 2-week postseason with the format yet
to be decided. Now, Kelly, coming up tonight on the CBS3 Sports at 10, we'll hear from both players and coaches from volleyball and football around the area on this big decision made earlier today. But for now, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, very exciting. Thank you so much, Ryan. Oh, Vikes, more like yikes. Am I right? No, but for real, I commend you if you made it at minimum 2 quarters into yesterday's game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. There's a lot that we could dissect and pick apart from this one. Let's start with the offense, shall we? 174 is the number of total yards that the Minnesota Vikings put up with Kirk at the helm. To put that in perspective of how bad that is, Phillip Rivers and the Colts had more than double that at 354. And the defense, well, they allowed 28 points in the 17-point win.
Yeah, they got after us pretty good today. We didn't control the ball offensively, and we didn't make enough plays defensively. So we're going to have to get a lot better quickly.
Short and sweet, but simple message from Coach after yesterday. Vikings are back at home hosting Tennessee next Sunday. And while the Vikings were putting up nothing on offense, the Packers were busy putting on a show. Matt LaFleur's squad improved to 2-0 after Aaron Jones had a career day, rushing for 168 yards, scoring 3 touchdowns. Packers win 42-21 over the Lions. That after going down early by 11 to the now 0-2 Detroit Lions.
We scored, 41? Yeah, but 41 and 35 on offense the last 2 weeks. Obviously, we've got 9 from our defense, but that's been really exciting for sure.
Packers are at New Orleans next week on Sunday Night Football. They're 2-0. Vikes are 0-2. Might be a top-heavy NFC North.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. My favorite stat to come out of yesterday, you were talking about how dismal the offense was. Stephon Diggs in Buffalo, who we traded away, had more receiving yards than Cousins had total passing yards. So that's fun.
Yeah, ain't that fun?
Yeah, thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, there have been 28 confirmed shots fired cases in Duluth this year. Later tonight, we're going to take a deeper look into the uptick in shootings and what it means for locals. We're hearing from a local gun violence prevention group to see what they think about the uptick we're seeing this year. Well, many of us have heard the saying, once in a blue moon. However, many have not seen a blue moon. However, this Halloween may be a little more spooky than normal because the sky will be lit by a blue moon. A blue moon is categorized as a blue moon when it is a second full moon in the calendar month. Dave, you've probably seen a couple of those in your lifetime, huh? They're always cool.
Yeah, it's been a long life, so I've seen them. Once in a blue moon, they do come across for us. And once in a blue moon, we get a warm spell to start autumn. That's what we get tomorrow. First day of fall Tuesday and a high of 77. Rain chance Wednesday night into Thursday morning gives way to slightly cooler Thursday in the 60s.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 10.